When I came back, I didn't even tell my wife. I called my children. These ones that left here, now if you introduce that discussion, and they will go. And the mistake a lot of parents make is and I leave Shikere. Wallahi, it's a great mistake. Do you know, when I was gisting them, I would say, my life, to leave them. So, you know what happened? About a year later, I was sitting in my sitting room, and Umi and Nasiba came to meet me. He said, Daddy, in fact, I didn't pay attention to what they were even saying. But the moment they mentioned that your friend, and you say we have she goat. I don't stop. I say, I want about it. Yeah. You say you don't see that. You only tell us his name. You didn't give us his address. You didn't give us his number. Umi was asking me. Yeah. And you are saying yes. Now I say, okay, yeah, sorry, it's a mistake on my part. I write the number down, and I will make efforts to take people there. So the next time we're going to Bali, I decided to leave very early. And I branched that place. I bought some clothes for the man's family and all those things. I said, since Allah has brought us together, the relationship has to continue. This is a present for you. However, these are my family too. I didn't tell them that, this is the reason I brought them. But at least they know where to locate them. And that is what we do. So, the last time the man said, one day, he didn't call me, I said, okay, no problem. By last week, I was coming home. He called me. He said, I'm going to the Mary. Okay, no problem. You see what I am saying? We make mistake by not disclosing certain information, believing that, what she did. But these children are smarter than you. You don't just know. It is you that don't know, but they know. So I think these are other areas that we need to pay attention to. So that if these children are aware that anything our dad who says it's not for only us, so there will be no compensation. But some of them, the moment they know that you reserve some money for them, that is already a fitna to them. You take them to school, they won't need it. But they know that they are saving one money. So it's not a crime. What's there? Umi has accounts that I open for her. Because Umi was the luckiest child. When we gave birth to Umi, people were just dishing money out, like say, as really. Some check, all those things. And I say, this money must not finish. I will go lot the money behind. I'm sorry, as well. So that day, I was coming from Calabar, my thoughts just came to my head. How can I be keeping money for Umi that I didn't even know whether she would survive or not? So, what Umi will do? And when I come back home that night, you see that way I couldn't need more money. Now, Joa is that, they return to me. Everybody that I send money to them, I give them pampers, I go and attend their naming ceremony, I go.
And they are the one that came to repay me back.
So that's what they
I'll come and go and save it for Umi.
So I want to save it for Umi. Then I'll be struggling to buy pampers.
Where Umi get money for herself?
The following money when I go to that, I just want to take somewhere. Buy good food, buy everybody chop and all that. That is how we eat that. And my son, I don't keep quiet. The moment that account finish, I told my wife, I said, Umi has no account again. Don't spend the money. As she never even pass her value, said, don't tell us. We open account for you, but to realize it wasn't necessary. I said, so we are spending money. You see, even if she later hear it in life that they say you have account, she say no, my daddy said there was no account. So we should try to put an end to informations. But some of us we are too far from the family, and that is why when death occurs, as the woman they cry like this, saying they mourn you, he has his eyes on who is going to your.
Yes, now. What are you where are you going?
You understand? So your death is not even the issue that time. The issue is let nobody take what belongs to you. So it's a very big task. But however, as a Muslims, all of us cannot be scholars. You understand? But all of us will be agent of good thing. So once in a while, we should let them know that look, this life. You see my children, if I'm traveling, that's why you see every time all of them will come out. Every day I always say them, now only you this day they look for. I said, you will be shocked one day. I'm telling you, I said, you will be shocked one day. I said, what I said, is there any day you go down where you ask them to the who say it cannot be your vehicle one day? The same way you are seeing other people. Bam, somebody spots one like this are doing here. It's for you, whether you say now 30 death or any death. The most important is that you will not go. You understand? So this is the reason. Now, we should be learning from what is happening to people around us and our environment. I met one of my clients, even though my mom has always been on my neck and come and do that. How many days am I seeing in the village? The woman was telling me that the fear of their village established by their dad. No. He's never on the table for discussion. You understand? So, because of that, the man did not do anything in the village because they are witches. Now, the people from village, they were disconnected from the man's family.
Once you live in a village now, you are banned.
So,
they live in village.
The little thing that the man thought was in the city. So all their life. Now, Abdulquadri just know that my daddy said we are from Ekiti. Whether like it's Koto or like it's Kete or like it's whatever, he didn't know. Because the daddy said if he go home, he will carry and drink water. But the lady was now telling me that she now, the thing they pain her that because she would have loved to be going home. But where will she start? So I was learning my own lesson. My mother, every time I meet her, whether she come here or I go home, she tell me, I'm not putting you under pressure. Although I feel very low. But she lay roof kan, jẹ́ ká ọmọ ẹ̀ lè sọ pé ilé dáàdì wa lélẹ̀. Ó dẹ̀ ṣe nǹkan lọ́dún kó wá lé kẹjọ gbé bẹ̀. Mo ní màmá bọ̀ dísà àsúnkọ́. Ó ní eléyìí tó kọ̀ yìí tí gbogbo yín lélẹ̀. Mò ń fẹ́ kó kọ́ kan tí wàá lè máa tì tó bá ti lọ. Ṣé ẹ pé ọ̀rọ̀ náà sọ kalẹ̀? Ìgbà tí mo meet Claire ní and I marry it with what my mother was saying, that's a huge pressure in me. And since that year, every time, bá ti make any little money, I'll buy a window. Bá ti make a show tí mo fi kẹ́yìn lé, I bought it 2005. I mean China or not Nigeria. China made so much is no carton yẹn 225 mo ra ń gbà yẹn. That was when I stopped using these shops for operation. Anything like that. By 2021, 2022, when I decided, let me start this building, people thought I have money. Even zinc that I use, how much I bought those aluminium zinc? Some 8.5, some 9.5, some 10,000. Because as they come, that's why I just buy and drop. But that day, the mood to wake up back those things here. That truck came here, how much he charged me? About 250. So, but once I just reach, he give me like this, following money confusion everywhere. And since we started that building, nobody has peace again until I finish it. Because my wife will say, everything Bali, I say it all the time. If it is not Bali, forget about it. So I call my children, my usual style, and I told them, I say, Me, I don't know what Allah will do tomorrow. I say, but you see, as I'm sitting down today, you see that Bali project, I will not build any house that will be as beautiful as that house again. I'm assuring you people, anything I will build in the city now, it will be just for hustling. Any day when they say you don't do, I carry my bag, I sell my food. See, but you see that Bali. So, do you know this December now, all of them are looking up to Bali simply because of that project. But since I started, none of them have seen it. And I make sure as I'm doing it every stage, I will show them as you see. So, even if I die, if mommy star is our own day, you should go home. Bali is your base. Your mother can decide to marry another person and go. That is her headache. Your own. Don't forget. This is back. The wife will carry your children and turn them to another thing. And they see their own Christianity, that's what they will be. My brother now is not dead, but he's incapacitated. The wife is not wanting to come home. But because of this type of discussion that he made, so the mother now is saying that man, they told him one child out of her child is the channel that people will reach to get to her. Little did she know that it's this one. But because the guy's mind is made up, the guy just left it. Say anything that they tell her is for her, as far as it's concerned. You don't go browse. So what I'm saying is, the reason, and look, every time I'm discussing this, I'm always passionate because, sir, you may see their life next year. You may not control your mind by that next year. Mm-hmm. So, as little as they are like this, let's tell them whatever we need to tell them, whether they make sense out of it or not. Just say it. I also told my wife, I said, look, by my culture and the family I come from, that's why nobody calls you by name. Your children, they will begin to sleep with you. So they will say, get the license and continue sleeping. I mean, people integrate Islam into culture. They will tell you that since you have already known man, how will you cope? And you are still young, and you are still in the age that you need it. And you now stay, you say, oh, me. As that day I was talking, my wife was also, I said, so you see as I did now, any love you did not show me, the day they carry me in bush, come on for a year. I don't carry any of your love. Go.
Love, don't hand.
You are they were cockroach.
We are supposed to love.
So,
you don't go.
The thing is, you need to be serious with the time you have now. Then, first option, my brothers will be up for grab for you. That's why you don't call them by name, they don't call you by name. They want you to keep that line of respect open. Then, you see, I was telling her, I said, you see, if I go home, the way I used to do with my brother's wife, it's not because I have too much money, but that is what the culture demands. So that because you have been helpful to them, if Allah wills, you will not find it difficult to cohabit. But if you are keeping acidic relationship, then the woman will say, no, you see the problem. And I was telling her, I said, you see that my mom now is with my dad's younger brother. It's not a coincidence. It's just the culture that plays out. I said, so you need to understand all these things so that when it happens, in fact, that night, you see the way she was saying, you mean Abaka can marry me, I say yes. Except if you don't like. Now, where you now say you don't like anybody among my brothers, they will now ask you, okay, look at the extended family. Because the relationship you have with us, we don't want you to just go outside the family. The moment you say, no, I can't find anybody, they will now say, okay, option 3. You go and get anybody you like. But that you are not going, you are not married, that is not on the table. So, the moment you now say, oh, I find one chicks, or you have Haruna from Kaduna or anywhere, no problem. The rules is, they will take all the children from you. You go. Salam, salam. That is the point at which many women will now stay back. It's like, how can you take the children? They say, no, you don't take our children. I told her, all these discussions I've had it with her. I say, so, don't tell me you are buying bobo, you are buying. I say, my family will come for you. That fight will be too much for you. And the kind of family I will run, as soon as I'm done, but alhamdulillah, I'm done. Every year, I'll take my children to my village. So they will definitely have friends and all that. By the time you want to paint anything, it will not sell. So, these are the things. But substantially, a lot of the people use their hand to destroy their family before they die in the name of love. You see this joint account? I told my wife, I said, you are sleeping at home. I will leave 6 a.m. Sometimes I will not come back. Or sometimes I will come back around 11. Sometimes 2 months if I'm away. Then as soon as alert drop, why I am saying now God save me from this accident, I will receive alert that you are buying data. I say me, I know they do it. My own is, if I have any money I can dash you, take. My wife here not even ask me how. I make my own money, you now ask me how much I make or how do I spend it. It's not on the table for discussion. Her family, I am nice to them. I struggle to demonstrate it. And that, you see, they always come around and all that. You don't ask me, we just buy this for mama. In the first place, I don't tell you I'm buying anything for mama. I just go to the store, the next item you see. When I'm going, I just take this thing, put it in the car. When we reach, I say, carry this thing, go give mama. Shikira. You don't ask me how much it is. So, these are the mistakes that a lot of people make. You go and also, when you pay salary, you say, what is so wow? Oh, you are Titanic. You understand? Then from there, you are losing it. See, in my family, they will tell you that your strength as the head of the family lie in the ability to manage your finance. Yeah. So you don't collect salary, you say, what is so hello chicken kini. FPF àti crayfish ká jẹun ká save owó for good. And you continue from there. So when you get your priorities right, you just see that gradually, everybody is getting used to the reality of life. You have to money give me loss body. Àwọn ẹgbẹ́ alábàáṣe everybody. This is I tell her, say, Umi, if I die, won't you live your life? I say, so go. Allah will be with you. Sir, today, tell me that Umi should come out from that body. Umi don't send us now. If we go like this, what is it? Bye-bye. Don't go around. So, let us not make ourselves look as if, without us, these children will not survive. It's a lie. Even both the mother and the father die, Allah will still allow somebody to take charge. I'm telling you. As Abdulquadri did, give me Abdulquadri in the next 1 month. If you are telling him that one man, one woman give birth to himself, he will just be looking at you. Because their brains are wired in a way that whoever show them love is their own person. So, a lot of us miss it. We don't want the children to go to Islamia. We don't want the children to be trained. We don't want them to talk to them. Like human beings will come here, will tell us we don't send our children. That's your headache. When you don't send them, one man will go and send her. Because any child refuse to train. When they marry, finish. Panding where they go pan am.
Whether by force or by
You understand? And the child will be suffering at that level, thinking that what they're asking her to do is just out of this world. So the issue of will is a very, very sensitive thing, and I really hope that all of us will continue to emphasize on it, because it breaks my heart when somebody who claims to be a Muslim will die, and the next thing there is crisis everywhere because of your.
That happens a lot.
No, I don't see. And this thing should start by you as the head of the family. The money your wife is making, how are you reacting to it? Because we start these things most often when me come from hustling family, then they come from where money dey small. If the parents send money to her, she will come, daddy wa ti send her thank you, big roll labẹ pillow, what is it, say our daddy send money, that say okay, keep it. Okay, owó yẹn the money, no, it's your money, just use it. So if I didn't ask you to bring your own money for discussion, why are you asking me to bring my own for discussion?
Why?
Yes, sir. We need to control our own greed if we must achieve total control of our family. But you want to have your eyes everywhere, even kifo dupre tanye alert woni kini baba kilode. That does not account for loyalty. I'm telling you, when they know you are so inclusive, those things that you don't want to see, you won't see it. Woman, they go manage you out of the whole equation. You will not see that. You will tell to say your wife is the best wife. Everybody will be looking at you, she is a best wife. Yes, sir. So, but we should not allow things to flow. Pray to Allah for guidance. Make efforts to get there in the way of Allah. And anywhere where death come, you die or die.
You go on your own
to face the reality of time. This is it. Even the school fees, I always tell them, once I pay, I always say, maybe this is the last one I'll pay for you people, so please, don't waste it. You may not like it. It's the truth. And this thing, even my mom, if you go home now, you say, Mama is always talking about death, my mom will just smile. Because every time I speak with my mom, I always tell her, ọlọ́ba tún ní àásọ̀rọ̀ òdìgbà mi tí mo bá lọ lé tó bá ti fẹ́ kúrò bá ti pray fún wọn tó ti pray fún ma ní tọ́ Ọlọ́run ní ṣe lé ní last meeting wa o tó bá lọ já sí pé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ní tọ́ tó bá pé mo kọ́ lọ òdìgbà tẹ́ bá dé tó bá pẹ́ ilẹ̀ lọ àwọn náà ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn mọ̀ mí kọ́ bá àyè máa ń gbé kí n máa sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ kíní kan lè fún ọ ní BP mo ní ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo ti sọ fún ọ more than 20 years òní ló máa fún ọ ní BP. So culture we adopted matters. Tó bá dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ ikú náà, ṣé Ọlọ́run àti torí ẹ̀ fi ẹlẹ̀.
Kò dẹ̀ ní ẹ̀sẹ̀ ìdẹ̀ nítorí ẹ̀, kò dẹ̀ ní reduce ẹ̀ nítorí ẹ̀.
Ọlọ́run gba àdúrà wa, Ọlọ́run afẹ́ yìí ní ládàá tẹ̀ sọ fún àwa náà tá a gbọ́, Ọlọ́run jẹ́ ká mú lò, because that is the in thing. A máa wọ aṣọ níta, a máa jẹ́ èèyàn, but nínú ilé, you see that things are not just adding up.
May Allah accept our ibadah and elevate us in iman. So that is just it. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdik ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In Islam, how to the Islamic perspective on will. This is one of the common issue that we are facing in Islam today, or that is happening to those who claim to be Muslim. After their demise, so many things started happening after them. So this will just be a very brief explanation regarding the law, because our will is something that is very deep. But we don't start from this and just take some particular topic or issue regarding it, so that all of us will be able to at least to have one or two idea about it. Will in Islam, it is something that Allah enjoins, that Allah commands us to do, and this also stands as a notification for everyone who Allah bless to know that whatever anything you have in this dunya, it is only when you are alive that all these things belongs to you. So after your demise, once you leave this dunya, they are no more your property. They will belong to some certain people in your family. So by understanding this, maybe majority of those that believe that once they die, they must be buried in their house. You know, you see some father, some mother, they will say, "To, Aduke, if I die, you see this side that this in front of my house here. This is where I want you to bury me." Simply because the love they have for their property, they believe that once they die like this, they will see on things. So they don't want to leave this dunya anymore. So and there's nothing like that. Once we die, that is our end. The kind of journey a dead person face after death supersede the journey he lived in when he was alive. So after the death of a human being, what next to do? So a very sound Muslim should believe that all those things that you are just buying or buying, keeping together, or anything that Allah provides for you, just see them as what? As those things that Allah has already given. Allah have plan on them. It's only just that these are the things Allah gives to you. It is Allah's, but it is by the intervention of Allah for you to be able to achieve those things. Yes. So, and you should also know that all these things that you are, they are what Allah also has planned on. So that before you die, they won't be like, you see, Kasim is my first son. We suffer together a lot. I die like this. All fathers that Allah blessed us for, because of the love they have for particular children, property. You see this one, all your other brothers did not know about them. So just know this, keep it in your mind. So all this estate belongs to me. And he is the only child his father is showing this property. Be that the other properties are enough for your brother to share, but you just know this between me and you and my lawyer. That is why a sound Muslim will know that we don't need no lawyer when it comes to our will. You can have lawyer when you are alive. Maybe you want to buy some property, to do things in a legal way, according to the way they are doing it, where they are not using Sharia. But lawyers should not intervene when you die. That Olugbe only our call it. So he said his wife in Ikorodu, she took the mansion in Ikorodu. And the second wife also the one that built this house together. So it belongs to her. Nothing like that though. You have to know what's wrong with you for building house together with your woman. Because the house that you build, that your woman money is there. I don't know how they want to weed down for somebody else. Because she will believe that it is the contributions. So nobody can tell him that it doesn't belong to her, or they will divide it. That is why a Muslim, especially female, women, is supposed to understand all this. Because by the time you and your wife are joining account together, contributing together to build a particular house or to make a particular property, how do you want to tell the woman that if I die, they may not will this place for you? You have already died before you die. Abi, once you tell her that this thing that we build together, we contributed money together. So if I die, they may not will it for you. Now that they go die. Now that you go die. So you have already killed yourself before your life even kill you. So we do things by thinking beyond. There was a day somebody who close to me was telling me that, you see, this my house, that the brother built house in one particular town like that. It was the wife that gave him the land, and he built house on the land. So he was now discussing this with his family, and I was there because we traveled to their family house together at that time. I was just nodding my head like, hey, I pity this afar. Instantly, the family told him that nonsense you do. Your wife owns land, you build a house. And just know that you did a very wrong thing. It's not because they are not trying to change her, turn him against his wife, but they are just trying to let him realize some particular things that later it might not go the way you think. But because when we are in love, love used to bite us like as if samba. But by the time we are now sinking, deeping down into the ocean of love, you realize that life and your future and your afterlife beyond love wanting thing that majority are doing today. But all in the name of civilization, globalization, education, alakowe mentality and all that. We forget our deen, we forget where we are coming from. So there are many Quranic verses where Allah talk about will. Even to see how Allah even divide will and property for us before we even die. We have it in the Quran. So I just brought like 2 verses for us because they are very lengthy. And in particular, one or 2 are these simply because of our time. But I have to say this as a preamble so that we know the exact position of deen regarding will. So that as from today, or anybody that is opportune to listen to what I'm saying, or come across this lecture, we know that I don't need lawyer to help me deal with my property. Allah himself has already made a plan for me regarding my property. So for this, he will be advising our family, our wife, that my dear, I can be building house today, or I'm buying more properties as we are seeing it. Even our children, we have to refer them back to the Quran. Now, all these things that you see, you don't say, I am the first child, I'm the first son of my father. So our copy must have this, must have that. So we are to know that we are going to follow the instruction of Allah. That is why in Sharia country, all these lawyer things, they are not valuable. Nothing like even lawyer in Islamic country. There's nothing like lawyer. It is only when we are using democracy and all that you will see lawyer. Lawyer is not in Sharia. Because Islam itself is a law. So you don't need to call yourself a lawyer. But the kind of lawyer or law we are seeing in the world today, even in school, now Germany philosophy, Egypt, all philosophy of every continent. Now, so they will combine together for you as a material. That is what they are memorizing in their head. That's why their head is very full of nonsense. They know how to defend fallacy. They know how to defend criminal. And they don't want to implicate you as well. They have those bad ideas. So they are the one that will be claiming nonsense right. All because of what? Because of those traceless, baseless, non-Islamic education that they have saved in their memory. So Allah says in the Quran, in Surah An-Nisa, Quran chapter 4, verse 11, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allah says that Yusikumullahu fi awladikum. Allah enjoins you. Like Allah is making a prophecy about your children. Lidhakari mislu hasil unsayini. That is 2 of what you give to female belongs to male. When it's come to will, property now, 2 of what you give to a woman, or let me say female child, 2 of it belongs to male. فَإِن كُنَّ نِسَاءً فَوْقَ إِثْنَيْنِ فَلَهُنَّ ثُلُثُ مَا تَرَكَ. If the female children or female, they are more than 2. If they are more than 2, let's say now we have one female in a family. If you give him maybe by the time maybe his own our own portion, nasib, you call it nasib. Maybe it is one, let me say 1 cow as an example. So 2 cows will be given to a male. But if they are now beyond, they are more than 2 women, 2 female now, 2/3 of what you give them will be given to them. Not be 2, not be 1 again. It will be also divided if they are more than that. I'm just bringing out this verse to see how Allah has already even planned everything for us. Don't see I have plenty female. Oh, my first wife gave birth to 16 children. So second wife gave birth to just 3. You leave that one. Everything is in the record, except if you do not believe in the Quran. So, وَإِنْ كَانَتِ وَاحِدَةً, and if it's just only one female you have, that the parent did not have any children except just only one daughter, there's no problem. She will be given half of the property. Half will belong to her. So, وَالْأَبَوَيْنِ لِكُلِّ وَاحِدٍ مِّنْهُمَا السُّدُسُ مِمَّا تَرَكَ. Let's now assume that there is no children, but the deceased person has mother and father, he has parents. Both of them are alive. In Yoruba mentality, we believe that on Ogun, their child die now. They are now, the mother is now saying, this house belongs to me. Father say, that is our own problem. Allah is less concerned about that. They also have their own will, their own share. So Allah says that wali abaway, for the parents, likulli wahidi minhuma as-sudusu, each one of them will have 6% of the property. Each, you give them 6. So in kana lahu waladun, if that person that died has a child, it is only if he has a child that their parents will collect 6. So very simple. فَإِنْ لَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ وَلَدٌ فَوَرِثَهُ أَبَوَاهُ, if this deceased person, the demised man, Baba, baby woman that died, so he doesn't even leave any child, but only parent, so they will give the mother 3% will go to the mother. And so they will, and the father as well. They will divide it, not be 6 again, be 3. فَإِنْ كَانَ لَهُ إِخْوَةٌ, so he doesn't have children, but he has father and mother, and also siblings as well. Because he has siblings like this, so the thing will go back to the 6. 6 will go back to the mother, only the mother, because he has siblings as well. Min ba'di wasiyatin, after the prophecy, you see biya, that the demised person has said before you die, maybe my family, I intended to give somebody maybe 1 car among my 10 cars or 3 cars. So all this you have to be telling our family, even though you have it in mind that, okay, I have 2 phones, as an example, I want to dash 1 out to a particular person. You can tell your wife that, my dear, I have it in mind to give somebody this phone. So I just want to buy new one before I give, maybe it's old phone. Just tell her in case, because most are supposed to be expecting dates anytime. So because of that, they can just take this. They can just take this to give the person. How they know all the debt? If you are in debt, let the family know. You owe people something outside, but you are doing like nothing happens to you in the house. Like somebody that is paying installment stuff like that. So you just bring money, plenty money into the house. You lock the door at the back. and you are counting money, you are selecting them. Your wife is looking at you from the hole in that door. This man is very stingy, and it's not your money. So you now die now. They now go and pack all your money, they keep it. now hook you on your way to Jannah. But you not tell them now. It's not their problem. They'll be thinking it belongs to you. If somebody gives you money to keep, when you get home, bring the money out like this. Let your wife see, my dear. Is it this money, ba? Nah, Mr. So boss say I should keep it for him. So in case, maybe you can die. So your wife will tell them that he said this, so if a particular amount in his account belongs to so person. People that you owe money, write them down, list them. Let them be in your book, write them down in your diary. Write this, sign this, so that they won't be thinking as if your wife is the one that go and forge all those things. So we have to have our ways of writing things down in case, especially if you have a family that love foreclosing in your property. There's some family like that. A man was testifying to something happens to him on radio. This Agidigo, I saw it online. I mean, Mallam Abu Zainab. I think they called him. They called the man spiritually from America. The family. He said he just stood up on the bed, palm one day like this, and went to the airport and be coming to Nigeria without even holding the ordinary cap. And this man spent 20 years in Miami, in America. He spent like 9 years in London. It's an America base. So by the time he will come back to his senses like this, he just met himself on that bridge in Lagos after like 2 or 3 years. So now be like a madman. So by the time the job, maybe I only know how he remember what is going on again. So he now came to radio that he said that everything on him, even the clothes that he wear, everything like this, even the money, the transport fee to reach that radio station was given to him by somebody. He has nothing anymore. That all the house that he built in Nigeria, his family have sold everything. They send the Nigerian wife, they send her away. That he has nothing anymore like this. Nigeria should help him. It is from this radio, people that knew him in America now calling that he's not lying. They even thought he has even died, and nobody see him anymore. So if that is the kind of family that you have, your family like comparing something that this house, all those family like that. If they are the kind of family that allow this thing for you, so be writing your things down, because they have been expecting from you more than what you are giving them. So let your family, let your children know that people used to keep something in your custody. So write them down. If you are owing people, write them down. Because it is not until we get old before we will die. It's not until we have accident. You can sleep on your bed. You can just finish eating tonight and sleep on your bed, and you may not wake up in the next day. Nothing bad in it though. Allah does that. So, membadi wasiyatin yusi biya. How then? Maybe they will do all these things before they start sharing your will. So they will make this thing happen like that. Talk. Abawukum wa abunawukum la taduruna ayyuhum aqrab ilaykum nafwa. Allah say that. Inna Allah kana haliman hakima. Your parents and your children and your parents, you don't know who closer to you that will be more benefitable to you. So this is what Allah says in this verse. In another surah, in Surah An-Nisa as well, Allah also say that yastaftunaka, they will come to you to seek fatwa, to know the decision they want to take. Qulillahu yuftikum fil kalala. Tell them that Allah has already decided on somebody who does not have family. So no mother, no children, nobody, no wife. There's some people like that. Maybe their wife died, and when she died, she had not even given birth to anybody, and they remain like that. So, in the Muru alaka laysa lahu waladun, somebody that dies that has no children, Walahu ukutun, but you have a siblings, a female one. Falaha nisfu ma taraka. That your sister that follows you, we have half of your property. We have half of it. Wa huwa yarisuha is one that will inherit this half in lam yakun laha waladun, if the person that die has no child. Fine kanata isnataini, and if you have two female sister, falahuma sulusani mimma taraka, they have 2/3 of his property. When kana ikwatan, and if it is just only one one sibling, rijalan, maybe a male, wanisaa, if he has both siblings, he has he has a brother, and he also has a sister, one sister like that. So Allah said, "Fali dakari mislu asili unsayeni." So 2 portion of what's given to female will be given to male. Yubayyinu Allahu lakum an tadillu. Allah is explaining this to you so that you will not be misguided. Wallahu bi kulli shay'in alim. Allah is the knower. Allah is knowing of all things. So Allah knows everything. This is just a brief of how we supposed to go. Whatever anything that we have, apart from houses, apart from cars, apart from money, even if you have cows, you have poultry, animal, sheep, cows, chicken, everything like that, they will be what? They will be shared according to the way Allah states how to be shared. So by understanding this, if you know that our property, whatever anything belongs to us, even it is Allah that gave us all those things. Allah that gave us and also has plan of how we will even share the thing after we leave. So you just use your own and go. Even your clothes. Shop well. Don't say because you want to build house now. You now put all your family and now be drinking gari every day. Don't rush it. If Allah say you are the one that will finish it, and if Allah say that 1910 you go there before you go die, nothing you go do. So that is why you have to believe it is iman in Allah, understanding the do's and don'ts of Allah before we can have rest of mind. My family, I want to finish the house, I want to cover this place, I want to buy this, my wife will not be happy if I not meet up with this thing. Now problem you put yourself into. Because by the time you die now, you don't even reach like 3 or 4 months, they'll start forgetting you. There's no way your wife want to be crying, feeling sad, shouting, how come we suffer together? Just give her like 2 weeks. If she wants to prove stubborn that because what people will say, she will not eat for 3 days. They're not born and work, only 5 days. By the time they start telling her that Mama Kini, don't even wound yourself. You have not eaten since day before yesterday now. At least if not pap, they will start from pap. By the time they start from pap now, they will add money to it. Abina. By the time they had money, by the time they had money to eat, now the next day they will come again. Come and eat tea. Ajamati. Madam Conleo. Baba is in the grave where they are asking the mother of Bukamandi Nuka. And these are their properties that they are abandoned. So within 1 week now, your wife will start eating. Me now, my grandpa died now last week Monday. They called me that the man that love you most don't die. You say where you did like this from my mother's side. I was like, about that. Me, my way is very far now. I can't just go and enter motor and be coming. Bury Baba, let Baba go. I will be remembering Baba in my prayer here. This, Baba, the aim of Baba, if I say the best aim for that man in his life is me to become a Mallam. we go to Islamia. Anytime like this, anytime I sit down with him, I used to get tired. Na sermon, na advice, na lecture. Even sometimes I want to even misbehave. Once I remember the man, about we feel disappointed, though, I will do normal. Although it's been like 1 year that or more than that I've even set my eyes on him. But once he died like this, they remember me, they call me. Baba have a lot of plenty things, houses, land, and all that, because Baba was the only one that I experienced even have. And the parent also has a lot of things. Baba inherited a lot of things. Now, Baba don't drop everything now. Where am I going? This Baba that tell everybody we are crying, they are, hello, Baba don't die, this and that. As they are telling Baba don't die, the next thing is like, now Ijomejo, you go finish everything. The next thing now, Ijomejo, if you finish everything. How are they finishing everything? They won't do party. Party won't come with that. See the man where they are crying for that die, I no go suffer. It's for them they are calling me that, you too, we are expecting from him now. Then I don't they do nonsense. That nonsense they won't do. There's one woman there. He said that he understands soon as small like this and artificial. Now I said that, Mama, what is your own position regarding these 7 days or this thing you want to do? Say, even a prayer. I say, even a prayer. This will not be prayer. So once you die like this, that is all. So when we are still alive, let us enjoy ourselves and eat better. Now, the hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, according to the hadith can be found in many that is in Dawud, Ibn Majah. It is also in Bukhari and Muslim. Prophet Muhammad said that al-hikul fara'ida bihaliya faman bakiya fahuwa hawla rajulun zakaru. That in another hadith said that aksimu limala bayna halil farahid ala kitabillah faman tarakat li faraida fali awla rajulin zakar. That is most also enjoying us what? To share the will to the people that are eligible to it. When it's come to will, the woman you marry or the child that you give birth to out of wedlock, she cannot inherit somebody. That is why in every step we want to take regarding family or marriage and everything, we have to take the necessary step. So what is now happening today or to some families today is that once the leader or the head of the family dies like this, problem begin. Problem of how to share property. These are the people that they can kill themselves, they can assassinate themselves, they can drag themselves to court, they can arrest themselves, all in the name of property. And the person that owns the property has already died, facing another problem in his grave. Maybe they are punishing him, maybe they are taking good care of him there, nobody knows. It's now left to him and his deed. So, why are we seeing all these Sulabalu catastrophe after the demise of a particular person? It's because of what? Because the person that owns all these things did not take the legal step when it comes to family. You can never see somebody who has the fear of Allah, who understands what is called will in Islam, that will be fighting for property. That is just the best answer to them. If they like, they should be praying Salah 5 times daily, that they will not be down. If you insist that they will not share the will or so particular property must belongs to you, it is a sign of what? Of failure in faith in Allah. Because you will know the implication of that thing. Even if somebody leaves property and it is yet shared, It's still abandoned. As a responsible family or wife or children, your first agenda should be how you invite scholars to come and share those properties first before any other thing. Property is not something to be ignored. We now see many properties have been locked down 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. I heard about the particular one that is going on in Lagos State. One of their these very great names. How they even called? Majority of their children, they are even lawyer. So majority of them, they are lawyer, so they know the rights. They are fighting themselves. Sister will arrest younger sister today. Elder brother will arrest elder sister tomorrow. So for this, government said they should first lock all the property first, so that there will be safety. So this is lack of what? Of deen, of knowledge, of fear of Allah. That is why we shouldn't be rushing or be thinking as if you can't just go marry anyhow. You have to know you have to know where you want to enter and go and marry from. Not because of only you, but after you uncle, when you are no more. And many people, or many of all these women you are seeing now, they are running after you because you have. Most of them are coming to you to come and just book one child to claim property. You know when somebody book, they'll just marry you with the belief that once they give you like one child or two like this, they don't have record, they will leave you, they will go to another place again. I don't want a woman like that in my own place. So she married up to like 6 or 5 husbands. And he gave birth one for each. And all of them, they are millionaires. After the death of Abdullah, how many? So some people are like that. So you will not be thinking as if you say, don't you like me gun, or you love me gun, all this and that. Say the people that love you gun, if she really love you, as you die like that, our best thinking is supposed to be how to save you, to save the property after your demise. So if you go and boost yourself in something that, you know, when we are reading istikhara, it is there that Allahumma in kunta ta'lam anna hadha al-amra khairun li. Oh Allah, if this matter I want to involve in, I want to step into, khairun li is the best for me. Fidini, if it will become better, best for my deen. Wayati, for my life. My today and my tomorrow, fakdiru li, wayasiru li. Make it done, make it happen, and make it easy. Summa barik li fi. Then now what? Now bless it for me. Why do we have this kind of prayer? The Prophet introduced us to this prayer. It is in the prayer that even after your tomorrow, not only when you are alive, your tomorrow that you don't even know what is hidden there, you pray towards the tomorrow. And at the same place we are seeing some wives, they are even the one killing their husband because the husband have made a lot of properties. So before you start thinking about having more wives, you just clear the way for him to just go. So say somebody that killed his husband will allow you to come and share property according to the will of Allah. Never. Because once you die, you have wife, you have children, you have mother and father. They also have their own share now. Once your husband give your wife maybe only just one children or one child she gave to you, and you still have siblings, you still have mother, they also have share. And there are some women too. You know this mentality of Allah Kowi that you marry one woman and she has not born yet. I don't want to let her feel sad. I don't want to marry anything again. I don't want to marry much. I just want one wife. You won't marry. Woman that knows that you have a lot, and she has not even given birth to you as well, she can also kill you. Or let us assume she kills you. Say someone that kills you, you will agree that your parents also entitled to have from your property. She will not agree now. So before you start joint account, think twice with woman. I'm not saying your wife will kill you because of that though, but for your own goodness after your demise. Before you start joint account, before you start doing business together. Not that there's something bad in it, though, but as a Muslim, if you die, they must share your property according to the will of Allah. Say the woman that you join account with, we allow them to enter into their account. What if she claim all the money in the account belongs to her only? Oh yeah, and it's a joint account. She has access to the money. What if she transfer all the money before any other thing go? I mean, say it's possible to die, and if you start your this thing, maybe now some days after you die. So you can wire all the money away. So before you do that, and before you say, me and my wife, we are building one house. As I dey buy block, she dey buy cement. So because of that, you now say, once I die, you let this house belongs to my first wife. You build it together. Allah did not promise you that too. And before you die, if you make any nonsense for prophecy, that as they used to do in Yoruba land, some woman who has money, they used to keep money that they will spend for their ceremony, burial ceremony. If I die, they don't burn you, you must kill cow. Use this money to buy cow. My hegbe, you should just do my oku kayegbo. This one is very common in the place where I come from. They used to save money, they used to keep money for party. So this one is not part of it. If one mother call you, one father tell you that, look at him baku, he's saying that to his own pocket. Because Allah says that we should obey, we should follow what they said before they die. If that, you should be the fear of Allah. So that if the thing does not even contradict the Sharia. Once that request, what it be quit or bequest then contradict the Sharia like this. Now they'll say, now you're the person deal. Just die and you go jelly. So without any pretense and that family that insist or they are fighting over property, they lack what? They lack real understanding of the deen. They are selfish. They don't have fear of Allah. That is just it. And a very reasonable or sensible person, Tony Beru Allah, will never joke with will. Even if there is no sign of saying maybe some Mallam want to come, they'll even be the one to go and be inviting imams that are learned about will. Yeah, I'll come and do this thing. No. Doesn't mean because you have one wife, you have two wives. Any woman you want to marry woman that understand the deen. Either 2, 3, and 4 like that. And once they know about the deen, build your children too on the understanding of the deen. So that they won't generate you any problem when you are no more. Imagine you die and it is your own children that are doing burial ceremony, calling Fuji musician, bring alcohol, come to their ceremony. What is even ceremony in the first place? What is even burial ceremony in the first place? But I don't used to even bother myself if I see some family that are doing something shamelessly. Well, I will believe that is the result of what their father have caused. So you are the head of the house. Why will woman be the person that will be controlling your house or have the iron hand in your house? Because of what? Especially when it's come to deen matter. So your wife, your children, they see nothing reasonable when you are talking about deen in their presence. If you're talking about the deen, your wife is supposed to even sit down with you. I know of some family, early morning like this, mother, father, children, they will carry Quran and be reading within themselves in the room. To be any alaja, even though the name is not even in the Sharia itself. But at least they are calling something as a sign of being responsible. You keep on telling your family every day, be preaching to them, doing lecture for them about death, about fear of Allah. Let them know the punishment in the grave. Let them know what is called Jahannam. You should start inculcating that fear of Allah in our children when they were young. Not that when they now grow, now say, oh, do you need to tell him or her before she will know that? Abini. But because of your faith from the beginning, your children only pray only when you are at home. That is at home today. Would that will knock you? Once you are no more at home, they will not pray because their mother at home is not even worried. Majority of Muslim brothers now say, how many of them their wife uses to pray 5 times daily? So someone that your wife is not even praying 5 times daily, you now force your children to go and pray when you are not around. Is it possible? No. Do you need to be fighting your wife before she will pray? I'm not talking about nafila in the midnight too. I'm talking about the compulsory oneself. Do you need to be telling your wife to go and pray? My dear, have you prayed today? Have you prayed since morning? You're supposed to even feel shame. Because as a Muslim, she will know that is our first priority. You are the one waking your wife on the bed at 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, Raima. Yeah, this thing. You have not prayed Subuhi. So that is a sign for you. If you die, there's no good after all for you anymore. So this is the set of people you will see fighting for property, killing themselves for property. They plenty in your land. You see many upstairs like this. You see the landlady. Only you owns all this room, like 21, 24 rooms in the building. Because they have sent their husbands' siblings away. Now togun, nothing jogun. Only one woman, wife, only you. And you inherited every property, all of them. The day I could have plenty, the day Jebu plenty, the day Oyo plenty, they are plenty. I don't know about the northern part too. I'm just saying my own. The more maybe I know, I they talk. So everybody will know his own place. Wallahi, they are very plenty. They are too much in my area. Landlady. How come only you are collecting rent of like 21 rooms? You now become a jiggy gaga when it's come to property sharing. So the husband has already failed from the beginning. So we will not blame any family today that are fighting for property. Let us ask the man that died, how do you even build this family? Upon what do you build the family on? So then you will know how to take decision after your demise. But today now, what majority of what, let me say, we men consider in woman, beauty, number one, sexy or straight. And the sexy and straightness now, it will use to even ruin your house. Because at last, the sexy will fade. The straightforwardness now will bend. By the time she starts giving birth. So everybody will now get tired of each other. Our friend gay. And I could remember the day my grandmother was telling me that one of her friend, or he had somebody saying that that husband she was referring to her husband, Baba, that this one that is doing as if say you have 2 hours, you won't marry him. He used to grind bottle like powder, like salt, and adding it to the food for him, small. You know, you can be eating like bottle of beer or Star for like 1 year. Just be dying small, because the bottle will be cutting his liver small, without any trace. And if such man even say, how do I revenue you? Because of Mali, she know what she has done. So if you did not plan the things very well, majority of some people used to testify, they used to tell me that my wife is not praying, my wife is this and that. My Mustans, what can you tell me about a wife that is not praying? I say, how will I tell you? If you want me to tell you the better truth, if your wife is not praying, the better truth is to go and divorce him or her.
because it is a kafir. And marrying a kafir in the house, everything that is happening between you and her is zina in Sharia. And this is the response of all scholars of deen as well. Or your wife is even praying before. Suddenly she just stop praying. She's not more praying anymore, or your husband. If it has become a kafir, you would divorce him or her. But today, we are not majority are not concerned about the character of their spouse anymore. They say, Ustaz, wallahi, or call me. I used to tell you to go and pray. Why don't you leave? She cannot leave now because there is money, there is property. As you are building a house, 1, 2, buying car, 1, 2, they are counting it for you. Ogun. So a faithful woman, a very messianic person, wallahi, this life will not even mean anything to him or her. And as woman can inherit her husband, as that husband too can also inherit her wife. Not that ìyàwó yín kú, ẹ̀yin ni wá jogún lé ìyàwó yín, ẹ wá ń gbowó lé ibẹ̀, ẹ láì ní tìjú. That is our own philosophy. It is in the Quran. Even if your wife die, tí ò bá fọmọ lẹ̀, there is a particular amount of share that you will take. Tó bá lọ́mọ, there is a particular amount of share that they will be given to you. But woman that marries you because of your property, because you know that you have, tell me, will she allow anybody to just come and say, all this property will not belong to you and your children? No. There are other people that are also entitled to inherit from it. This is what usually calls. That's what they used to say. So all these are the proverb of a non-believer. So every woman too, that all of you, because people are even hearing to internet and are plenty here now, as I'm talking like this now. All of you that your husband died, if you are hearing me now, and he has property, and you insist that this is a certain share that must belong to your children, the nonsense you are doing, it's because you don't have that fear of Allah. None. They used to do another system. They will say, I'm not saying they should not share this property. You see, the one that is in Korodu, the one in Abuja, the one in this thing, will belong to me. So other ones that are in Beleg state like that. I don't mention this state too. Now you mention that one, no. But other properties that are in some that are in some states that are not even known like that. Without let me use my own state. I have a okay, I think it's not here. They will say, you can have those ones. But the one in Aja, the one in Ekpe, who tell you that is how you're supposed to even share it? They will now go and call lawyer. Imagine you as a Muslim, you die. They are now calling lawyers to come and share your will. It is a shame on you. It is a shame on your death. And all these can even cause punishment for you. Although there are some baseless and traceless assertions, or let me say, they used to quote you. I have not found it any yet. And I have even consulted some of our teachers that are even guru in Hadith than us. They say, where did I hear it from? I said, I used to hear it. They say, if you hear that kind of Hadith, ask the sayer to provide where you can get it. That if somebody dies and they have not shared his property, the person will be on his knee the day of judgment. We have not gotten at this that state that one, but it is not something good to ignore property. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that aximu, divide, that is share property lil halil farahid, to those that are entitled to it. Your wife, if he's still alive, even the baby in the pregnancy itself, there's at least for it too. Ọmọ inú oyún tó bá ti ń ṣẹ̀mí, If it's not ordinary sperm or blood, there is a particular stage in pregnancy we use to transform. So if it's not that one, no. If it has become kí ló máa ń pè ní ọmọ inú ọlẹ̀ àbí there is particular English we used to use for it like this. Kò ń ṣe clot o, embryo. So if it has reached the level of embryo, say embryo tàbí embryo, which one? Embryo. So yeah, I don't fancy English. Arabic I fancy. If it has reached the level of embryo, it's also entitled to property. So that is the benefit of all this scan and everything like that. But sonetically, when there is no scan, we will wait till they give birth to him or her. Ọkùnrin lẹbi ìyá rẹ̀, obìnrin lẹbi ní ìsìn báyìí tọ́ ó máa lógún nínú ogún bàbá ẹ̀ tí wọ́n fẹ́ ìyá ẹ̀ legally. Legally I'm talking about is not legally of party o. It's legally the permissibility between the wali of the woman and you, that's all. So this is the Sunnitic aspect, Islamic position regarding will. And it is also a notification or a flashlight for you to know where you go for marriage. And at the same time to know the next step to take if you marry a kafir. Which let us understand this. If your wife is going to church, kò lè jogún o. All those people that are fighting and they are cleaning themselves now, majority of them they are kafir. When their husband was even alive, gone, they are not praying. And majority of them say, gone, all these rich men, we marry Christian. So how are you going to tell a Christian, your wife who is not even a Muslim, that, woman, just take your clothes and leave this house? So those are the things supposed to even be considering. It's supposed to be to consider all these things. No? If you marry a Christian and she remain a Christian till you die, wallahi lazim, anybody to buy from logun wa ṣàgbákò. But how do you want to tell her that, woman, pin, it never belongs to you in this property? And you are using joint account with such person. You are doing the same business. You build house together. It's a Christian. I pity majority of men that marry Christian, saying there's nothing bad in it. Nothing bad in it today, but you will see the bad tomorrow. Along Colonel Johnson, it will show you the kind of Allah that she is worshiping when you die. So there are many things we can consider. If you are in a relationship with somebody and later you do some arithmetic, you dissect things to the front and back, you're supposed to know the kind of result that will give you in your life, in your deen. If it's not possessing that sign, just go. Either a male or female. Because we are talking about your afterlife here now. We're talking about your unborn children. Why will you go and marry Christians? And so how do you want to, okay, listen, you marry a Christian now, Otukole, Abi, Ileto Konis in the house that you built now, it will be in the mind of your wife that my husband owns a house, Abi. But Islamically, if you die like that, the woman will not even have one window. Except your children. So, and the same thing applies to you, that your wife are not even worshiping Allah, they are not praying Salah too. Now they force them to go and pray. Now kafir you marry. Now kafir you are sleeping with. Now zina you are doing. Though your children are children of zina in Islamic Sharia. So if you invite somebody like me or some scholars that they are very sincere and have the fear of Allah, these are the first assignment to carry on. That how do you marry my husband marry you? They will find this about you. All those are lead that you have outside, those ones that are like they are like than they are just ara. This go sleep outside. Just but the child belongs to you. We have property. We share from your property. but the wife will have nothing.
Our child there and go away.
And if you go and buy away, to wá boomerang, to lọ yíwọ́, to lọ dọ́mọ, the ọmọ belongs to you. Ọmọ zina ni dé. So the ọmọ cannot share your property. Sorry, ọmọ zina cannot share your property. He can only inherit his mother. Because mo fẹ́ sọ nìyẹn o. Belongs to the mother. If you go and do zina, you have Ali outside. They born for you outside. They cannot inherit your property, except their mother only. But their mother cannot inherit you too. So maybe the mother has money on her own. Maybe àwọn olówó lọ ṣe zina pẹ̀lú that can take care of themselves and their own wahala without. So if you marry wrongly, you marry a non-believer, an artificial Muslim, they are the same thing. You just know that by the time you enter your house like this, just be looking at her like say, so before it's too late, she can go, and you two can also divorce him. My dear, you have not been praying since when you to sue me. I want to leave.
You can also give out that.
So let us stop here because of we don't have much time, and we should open room for questions. So subhanaka Allahumma bihamdik ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Is there any question now? Now.
What do we do to the property that both the husband and maybe the wife are finding a way? Then the husband, add this one, do this one, this one, almost all the property.
It's not his property.
It's not on his name. He has put it on the name of the wife of the children, so nothing to share.
You know, I even forgot to even touch all this registry wedding they are doing. Because in their law, punishment, they call it infidelity. If you marry more, another one. Or if your wife decides that she's no more interested in you again, you want divorce, or you are not that even want divorce, they now say that so they are in their own law is to share, to divide your property into two. Wallahi lazim is a very big musiba. In fact, registry is not a place a sensible Muslim should be going to. Wallahi. And these things have gone, they not even establish it for a reasonable Muslim. Now those useless ones that used to go there. The only thing that can make us go to registry, maybe the certificate, want to travel out, so they need it. But if you marry a woman that understands the deen, she will also understand that the certificate is useless. But because you want to use it for a purpose, I have some people in America, in London, that they only have a meeting. And in their law there, it is only one wife you can marry. But that one is American problem. Because the first wife understand the deen, it's ijabite, nekobite, they have the fear of Allah. One marry this one too. In the American law, they call it concubine. But in our own Islam, it's Masina Sulasa. Waruba. You know, Alamate Rubaha against Kala Sheron. Any country where I did, I used to tell my own. I don't promise anyone saying I only want me I go marry you. I don't know my conduct. In case I promise you now that the way I love you, you're going to carry forever, and now later fuck up, I'll become a bad person. But let me prepare your mind from now. How many wives want marry? Me, I don't know. But as I'm looking at it like this, it go reach 3. If you don't reach 4. Let me be saying it though. If you do not have interest, so that you will know now. Wallahi lazim. Mom has sent me invitation now. We want to do wedding this month, 23rd, from Hajj Commission. The first wife used to even remind him, Abakini, share gbagbe mosina yin sha. Television mosina, ego kuma tenimo. You used to talk about it. What is your own problem? You won't kill me. No, I'm just reminding you that I want to do the mosina now. Because the husband has been telling her that me, I will marry more. But you will be saying the person will go and marry himself. Only Allah can help you. Me, I have never even seen any scholar. I've never read it in any book where they will tell you that one wife is even advisable to a Muslim. I've never read it though. All the scholars have been now, everybody they will say you should be doing ta'adud ziwaj or zawja. Marry more wife, 2, 3, so that you can have a very lengthy life. They will not kill you shortly. If na widow, if na window or door, anyone. Marry more. Let them plenty. But it can't be more than 4. If they are even plenty, say, but what we will be considering is that fear, that thing. This is the only way they can guide you. You now go to registry, you marry from registry, you guide your wife, go registry now. Wallahi al-azim, I swear with Allah, a lady have told me that in their own family, I wanted to marry the lady that time. But he told me that because me, I cannot go to registry, he cannot marry me. Because in their own family, they cannot marry a man that cannot take them to registry. I said, why? I asked, because I was confused. He said, so that if he fuck ups, they will share the property. Wallahi al-azim, that was what she told me. That is the reason in their own family to carry man and go registry. So you that your wife is saying, hey, we are going to registry, is calling you to where they will go and shame you down. Before you think of marrying more, don't forget the fight. We one day went to follow our brother to registry one time. One of our brother did not serious. He knew, but it is our own business there. When we saw the thing where they list down like this, we asked him, say, brother, are you sure you want to do? Are you sure you say want to do this thing? And till now, more than 6, 7, 8 years now, they never born. So, will you now advise that one that Islamically you can marry another woman that by Allah's mercy through Allah can also accept your own prayer too. Who did they born where that will go and tell him that one? So and now say we're going to this property, you can it is still fresh, you can go. If you have Keke Marua, they will divide that one to 2. One take half, one take 2 tire, who take 1 tire. Chicken. So we are just putting ourselves in problem. All in the name of education, civilization. I want to do this, I want to do that. Now fine. Must she find democracy? I want all of now crazy together with it. And now see the kind of stress you pass through, how you suffer before you can even buy land, before you can even have money to buy block, cement. When you are even building the house, your head dry like coconut because you cannot even eat better thing. So you now build the house, finish. One woman will now be thinking of how to eliminate you so that you can inherit the house. Now you cause it for yourself. You see people that are calling Allah, crying in front of Allah, praying. Do you dress the same way? You don't like them. Now the one where they show body, where they show front and back. Now they enter your face. No what? Now your iblis. You are trying to invite. So the mentality of infidelity in the name of court wedding or registry it is very bad. It's a very bad notion. To now see somebody call himself Muslim to be going to that thing. So scholars used to advise that you should not even go there. If need now comes, maybe we need a certificate. You want to travel out, you want to take your wife along, your family along with you, they will request for that certificate. That is one of the stupidity of those that call themselves our leader, those that call themselves Muslim in that politics, in that place. That they cannot even fight for how to make our Sharia certificate strong, acceptable. It is only within this nation, only within us, state by state. Now all these Sharia courts, this thing relevant though. You cannot take Sharia court certificate, wedding certificate to travel abroad. It is not recognized, especially in this Nigeria. So those who claim to be Muslim political office, or what they call it, the government office is there. What are they doing? We also need this thing. We need them. Legislature belongs to Christian. Muslims should not be going there. We should be going to Sharia court, where they will tell your wife that your husband has the authority, the permissibility to marry more than one wife. And if you die, there is a lay down law on how to share his property. But because our leaders are not doing that, because majority of themselves too, they marry Christian. You see them when they die now. I don't want to mention our leader because you say in power. Why they are not Muslim? Not true. They are not Muslim. I don't know how a Muslim want to find interest. So you now carry you go registry. They now give you many files, paper, repeated, infidelity. And they even list the punishment, how they are going to even punish everything there. Say a woman that consider registry before he marries you now, are you telling me that one you have fear of Allah? You now die, they will now say, Yawo, our father deal, they will now share the will of your husband. So back go me Canada now, they are father, they don't go sit down for 20 minutes. I be the woman, the non-Muslim that you marry, after you now die, your family will now come, they will now be telling her that, human, because you are not a Muslim, you are a Christian, you cannot have access to any share in your other property. How do you think all of you go survive? They'll find their way around now. So the woman that they are according to your question, regarding the question that the husband is building house in the woman's name, on swing you. Because how you are the one building house for your wife, must you put, okay, what is the name you are even putting? The one that you build, anything that you build is your property, belongs to you. Once you die, there is no way they will share it. Your wife will have his own, we have our own share last now. We now be like 3, 4 houses in the name of one woman.
Those ones that the woman will this one.
So it's not normal. You build your house, yara, one be by. The other one that you build, rent it out. Or put people there to be living there. Don't tell anybody to say that their name you put on top. Even that one that you say you give Yara, just share my why are you now giving yourself a headache? Now.
I think I should say we, not the people. Let me put it that way. From where I come from, I can say we are not.
So, alhamdulillah.
Because issue of will, as early as my primary school days, that fear is already there. Ogun. In fact, culturally they make you to realize that you do mistake. Get one wrong thing from way added to your wealth, and you can even ruin your life. So because of that, an average family is always conscious of what happens to the way as far as thought death occurs. So if the first family is not responding, the family is extending now. So as the lineage continues, somebody that is well knowledge from the lineage will be prompting the first family that what are people doing about the will? What is this person's will? Not good to keep the will like this. So you be able to have that. In fact, the last one that happened in my family, my brother who happens to be operation manager died in office. So CBN in their own wisdom through this executorship in accounting, they say they are the one to share the will, no problem. So even the minnow in the family, which is the teenager, decide to open account for them. They just wire the money to the account. But because we are not too religious, when we have that cordiality in the family, my brother has 2 wives. The family waits for CBN at home. And they tell the wives that, oh, they have done what they know how to do best. It's for you people now to comply with the will of Allah, or you go and face the reality before Allah. So all these monies were drawn away to his sitting room, assets, and everything, and they were sharing. That's how they distribute the wealth.
According to Sharia.
According to Sharia, yeah. So now, what just happened that day, which some people wanted to fault, and I say, is in order, provided there was no influence. Because my brother sent the first wife to the Hajj, and he intended to send the second wife the following year. In fact, he even mentioned it as another, but unfortunately, passed on before the Hajj mission started. Now, there was no way they would remove it from the book because he didn't state a particular amount that, okay, this amount a year is for this Hajj. No. So they share the money. Unfortunately, you know why has no child. Yeah, the one he has passed on. So she has not gotten another. Now, you see, that is where the faith comes in. The money the CBN gave to her was huge. But by the time they redistribute the money crashed. It was very close to me. So the moment that happened, and she called me, I said, take it because of Allah and see what Allah has in stock. Right. Everything goes. Now, the first wife that has children, I think like 4 boys and a girl. So, of course, a lot. So, I was saying, Grandma did that time, you know what, now thought that this is you. You the first son. They were all young in their, that time that would be like 14 or 15. Came to her and said, what is it? That he and his brother want her to go to Hajj, or even if she's not going, provided that their daddy has mentioned it, and they are willing to give that Hajj. So she said no, since they have shared the money. So when she called me about that, did you ask for it? I said, because anything that is done out of volition, Islam did not object to that. But if it is that somebody is influencing them to do it, that is where it becomes an issue. So substantially, in our area, honestly, we don't joke with this. Now, on this subject matter, all of us like this, I think it has become imperative on us. We mustn't be scholars be able to discuss will with our family. And we should not only discuss will, we should make a deliberate attempt to make our families to see that, look, I frown at greed. God, it is greed that translates into all these things that we are saying. So that, like now, if Allah bless you, and you have done one property in Abuja, make sure, make sure the next one is in your village. And you should not speak evil of our village. Don't say your uncles are witch and wizard, because that is where the first problem starts. By our actions, we have already separated families from our family, our first family. So by the time somebody is even coming to say, yes, money, this is what Islam says, which Islam? But then the Islam and so you see that you yourself, you have already created problem for the pastor. So if I like my family now, I always tell my wife, I say, even after my death, you have no reason under any guise to say my children should not go home. If you do, I will be helpless, but Allah will speak to your conscience and will use it against you. I will not subscribe to that. So there are values that our family should represent. However, this issue of properties in the name of your wife, your this and that, honestly, the best thing is for it not to happen in the first place. But like in our place, this is how we have it. When my elder sister died, Allah forgive her, her situation is heartbroken. Lost 3 child the same day. Within a week or 2, lost another one. It was a fasting prayer. Eid the Fitr. It rained, so the children were doing this Salah movement, Yaomul, and all those things. They got to where they were packing mud, laterals. So because of rain that fell, there was a water lock. What took them there? Wallah, 4 of them. One entered, the other one wanted to rescue, couldn't come out. The third one, you will see the irony of life. It is the last baby of the house that Allah now did not allow to enter that water. Now came back home and tell the mother that, Mommy, Ahmed entered this thing. I was calling, he didn't respond. Idris wanted to, before they got there, the 3 of them don't sunk on top of water. So that shock. 2 weeks later, another one died. Whatever it is, don't know. So my sister couldn't come out from that shock. No matter how we tried to preach to her, all those things, nearly a month, just passed on. So was left with I think 2 kids. These are the little ones, girls. The 4 that passed on, boys. So when they wanted to share our will, God was a son. They got there. It was a case of, I own this and they own it.
Your husband?
Yes. And the moment I stepped in, I said, no, we have a family value. Dead or alive, we won't compromise that value. In my family, we don't contest will. I called my dad, my uncle, before I called. He told us, I told me that I should just go. Believe it that the family is already there. I said, so whatever I'm saying here, I'm saying it as a family representative of the family. I said, so the way we are doing it, that is what I want us to do. 1, we should be guided by proper Islamic rules. Then secondly, because we don't live with you, we don't know what husband and wife shares. As far as we are concerned, they brought us the things and okay. Anyone that you know belongs to you, among that things, take. Anyone that you know you and her bought together, let us know the percentage of our ownership. And do you know that is what brought solution? So the man can take this one, you take this one, you take that. So at the point somebody wants to react that it was there when I was that thing that hurts my sister, he not belleful, he will also eat every one of us here. If he said my sister has no property here, our job is done. Let Ogun know they speak. I said, so let us make progress, and that is how we share the remaining one and everybody. So in my place, when they are set to share will, the first question they will ask, whoever is still alive, whether the husband or the wife, is there any other property belonging to this person that has not been accounted for? You say yes, they say bring it. If he said it's not moving, they say okay, let's get the value of it. Now, when that is done, they will now ask you, is there anyone among these properties that belongs to you by the virtue of acquisition? Maybe you do cooperative, you want that, okay, be that. Then they will break it, a portion of your contribution. Now, before they start sharing, finally, after despite the fact that they may have asked questions in the point of debt and all that, they will now ask question again. Is there anybody that the deceased person is owing? Because my family will tell you that your assets cannot be determined for the purpose of will if all your liabilities have not been treated. So if they say, they owe Imam Isa 1 million. If there is 1 million cash, you say, nobody take 1 million. Okay. And they will concentrate on the rest. If you know rich, they will be costing the properties until the debts are upset. And that will be done. And that is how we handle. So, because the early imams that we have in our place, even though they are not of Sunnah, they succeeded in propagating that will to be the concept of Allah. You don't see people usually contesting about it. It's when I came here that I realized that God will say they can kill somebody. I'm telling you, clothes like this, they give you from your father's will like this. You don't even like to wear. You just gather everything. You go and do something. You know, as I'm sitting down now, everything they share to me, because I was not even there. My father died at 6 days before I get to know. Everything they share to me. When I got home, I asked. My father adopted one child, so they didn't share anything for him. Because he did not make any statement that, this thing should be given to this person. I asked, this. That's okay. And I called him as a talk. Me, where I face now, I no pray to come back. The only time I will come with the money to come and enjoy myself, not to come and be protected. So the farm, the whatever, the produce and this, I say, and because I was matured to take my own decision, nobody will ask me why, how are you doing this? I just give it. We make progress. So if our families are well educated on this thing, not from Mallam, from you, the owner, as they rub the woman head and they do love, that is the point you should pass this message. Look, these things are not at your mercy in case I die. And that is the time you should show me the true love. Let people know that Allah owns me and you and everything we possess. Once the woman buys into it, every other thing has come. But if they didn't have the right knowledge, I was going to be Daw'ah day. Now met one of my good friends. Then I should buy he, she,